these are the hot dogs we're doing for our hot dog taste test. These are the sausages that we are grilling. They're kind of like brats / sausages. All right, and here's our first two that we're going to be trying. This is the Light Life. As you can see, it looks very much like a normal hot dog, a little dry, little rubbery, little leathery. And this one is drier. This is more like a seitan-y kind of style dog. We're gonna give them a taste test. All right, so full disclosure, I've tried all these, but I'm doing it for you guys because it is that time. It's actually 4th of July today. I'm wearing like a 4th of July thing in my hair. So we're gonna start with the Light Life. Now I'm going to take a bite without bread and then a bite with bread. It's Light Life. You can find it anywhere. It is not my favorite dog. I would say it's very, I don't want to say plasticky because that makes it sound so bad. It's not that bad. My daughter likes these. It's probably her favorite vegan hot dog. I personally don't like them. I find that it's not flavorful enough. The texture is off. They're like, if I had no other option, I would eat these. But let's try it with the bread. So yeah, not much difference. It's still dry. If anything, the bread makes it drier. I really wanted to try these just plain. I don't put a lot of stuff on my hot dogs anyway, but I wanted to try them plain just for the taste test. So yeah, I would say that one's like bare minimum hot dog. Like it's a hot dog, I guess. Now for the field roast, try it without the bun. Texturally, I like that one a lot more. It's got more bite to it. It's not like a hot dog though. Like it doesn't have the snap. So for texture purposes, I'll show you what these look like. And then this one. Yes. So texturally, I think the Light Life would probably be closer to a hot dog than the field roast, but the taste is so much better on this one. I would say that out of these two, I like the field roast better. I actually usually use the field roast as like for pigs in a blanket. I think it really does well in that regard. I normally don't have it like as a normal hot dog. So these are the last 3 dogs we're going to be trying. This is the Uptons, the field roast stadium dog, and the Impossible dog. All right, so full disclosure, there is one more hot dog I could not get my hands on for this, which I have tried. It's the Oscar Mayer Not Co collaboration, and it is delightful. If you can find it, I would give it a try. Unfortunately, I'm not able to taste test it here for you guys today, so since I can't find it, I'm not gonna rank it, unfortunately, but it is a good dog. All right, we're gonna start with the Uptons. Take a bite without, and you can see that there is like some sort of skin on here. It started to come out and it's super gross, but whatever. Okay, now with the bread. So far, this one has the best flavor, and it has a skin to it, so it has a little bit of a snap. It's almost like a crack more than a snap, but it is good. It's better than I remember. The only gripe I have is the inside is just a little bit too soft. It's a little bit too mushy, just a teensy bit. All right, let's try the field roast stadium dog. There's like no snap. It's a little bit more firm than the Uptons. A little more firm than the Uptons, a little less firm than the field roast, the original field roast. The flavor is a little bit different. It's a little bit smokier almost. All of these were grilled. They're all grilled the same way because we're doing an authentic, what I would do with these hot dogs. It is okay. It's not my favorite. And then the Impossible. Yeah. So the flavor of the Impossible dog is 100% hot dog. It tastes like a hot dog, like a beef hot dog. Let me rephrase that. Because not all of these have that same beef hot dog texture and flavor. Some of them are like more like the OG hot dog. Actually, I don't know what the OG hot dog is, but the ones that are like made with chicken or pork. This one's more like a beef hot dog. The flavor is the best, but it's missing the snap. So if I could like put the snap from the Uptons on the Impossible, it would be perfect. So now I gotta rank these hot dogs. Bottom would be Light Life, 100%. It is the worst because of the flavor. It doesn't have any flavor. If you've got some picky kids who don't like, you know, offensive or strong flavors, Light Life might be for you. Because you can just put some ketchup on it or whatever and it's fine. They'll love it. I find that the flavor is lacking. The texture is okay. A little plasticky, but it's okay. The flavor is just not there. As far as flavor goes, the Impossible wins, hands down. That is the best flavor out of all the dogs. Second place goes to the Uptons, actually, because I really like the snap on it and it has a good flavor. If it wasn't for the mushy texture, I would say this one is my favorite. But the original field roast, not the stadium dog, I prefer. The stadium dog would be the second to last place for me because I don't like the flavor of that one. The OG field roast Frankfurter, I really like. Like I said, I use it for like pigs in a blanket, but I like the flavor of that one better than the stadium dog. So there we go. Winner, Impossible. Loser, Light Life. And a good runner-up would be the Uptons. Now we're going to try the brats slash sausages. Hold the phone. I forgot one of the hot dogs. The Morningstar Farms veggie dog. Sorry, guys. It's been a long day. I worked today, and I completely forgot the Morningstar Farms veggie dog. So, to be fair, we need to try that one too, even though I'm getting very full from hot dogs. So, just the tip. It's very like, it's a bit sweeter than I would anticipate. So, I would put it above the Light Life and probably above the field roasts, both of the field roasts, as a hot dog. Don't get me wrong, the original field roast, like I said, I do like it for its own purposes, but I think as a standalone hot dog, the Morningstar's veggie dog would probably be mid. It would be right smack dab in the middle. It wouldn't be quite as good as the Uptons, but it would be better than the field roast stadium dog. Forgot one more contender for the hot dogs. Again, Loma Linda, the Linkett's vegan hot dogs. And yes, they are in a can, guys. I cannot make this up. These look so much like the hot dogs, though, that I ate growing up. So we're going to grill them and we're going to see how it tastes. This is the Loma Linda dog. As you can see, it looks very sus. But we're going to give it a try. All right, guys. So I'm nervous about this. I'm not going to lie. We'll try it without. Sorry, my daughter is being super loud. That's what it looks like. Huh. So, it's off-putting, but texturally inside, this is like the most texturally on the inside, like a hot dog that I've tried so far. Like, I'm thinking like the Eckrich or the Oscar Mayer, because it's got that weird, like, kind of, I don't want to say bubbliness in there, but it does. It doesn't really have much of a snap though. So I thought these would be really dry, but they're surprisingly moist. It's honestly not bad. I was scared, but I would say these are even better than the Light Life. They don't have that plasticky coating. The only thing I wish is it had a little bit more bite on the outside, but it tastes very like a normal hot dog you would get at like a baseball game or something like that, old, or like football games, or like places where they would just do like a fundraiser situation and they would sell you a hot dog for $1. This is like that to me. Like, it's very similar. And I loved hot dogs when I was a kid, so I used to eat them all the time. It's scary, but I would actually put this higher than the Light Life. I still would put it below the Field Roast though, as far as like the flavor. I think this is very, like, if Light Life didn't exist, this would be the bottom, but it's the most like what I remember hot dogs being like, but it's not my favorite. Does that make sense? But yeah, it's actually not too bad. All right, it's time for the brat / sausages. This is the tofurkey beer brat. This is the Field Roast Italian sausage. And this is the Field Roast apple sage. Okay, since I'm getting way too full, we're going to take small little bites. So the tofurkey beer brat, texture-wise, it's seitan. Seitan-y. There's no snap. It's very reminiscent of the OG Field Roast. It's very mild. I think people who don't like super intense flavors might like this one. I think it's good. Next, the Field Roast Italian. It's got really good flavor. Very nice texturally. That one is really good. Texture-wise, it's really good. Flavor-wise, it's really good. It does have fennel, so if you're not a fan of fennel, you might not like that. I do like fennel, so I'm okay with it. But that is a flavor bomb. Really good. Now the apple sage. So I actually use this when I make my sausage stuffing for Thanksgiving. So it's on the sweeter side. Texture is very similar to the Italian, but slightly more mushy. Not as like, this one has a little bit more bite to it, the Italian does. But I like the flavor, even though it's more mild. Like I said, I use it in my stuffing, so it is good. I like them both. I like all three of these. I think the tofurkey is the most mild. So if you're very like, you like a very plain kind of flavor for your dog, for your sausage, the beer brat might be the way to go. But texturally speaking, they're all very similar, texture-wise. It really just depends on what flavor you're going for. All three of these are good. All right, and these are the final three. We have the Gardein brats. I think it's Gardein Ultimate. I'm not 100% sure. And then we have the Impossible brat
and the Beyond Brat.
So all of these are the OG bratwurst. I've had all of these, I think, except for the Gardein. The Beyond, I usually go for the hot Italian, but to keep this like same, we're going to try. I'm actually super nervous about trying these with no bread because they're so meaty looking. Like, look at the skin. Okay. So I'm so sorry if you are a Gardein brat lover. It is not for me. Texturally, it's fine. It's the taste. It tastes kind of soapy, and I don't like that at all. Like, I don't like the flavor. It tastes kind of soapy. I don't know why. That was a weird choice. I'm not a fan. The Gardein was also frozen. The rest of these were all not frozen. So we're gonna do the Impossible. So the thing about Impossible, it's got like this weird little nipple. It's like the skin that they use, the casing, is just not right. But we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for you guys. So the Impossible is probably the most meat-like. It's the most like a brat that I've had. The skin is a little bit weird, but like it's got snap, which most people want. All right, guys, last one. We're doing the Beyond Brat now. So I like the flavor of the Beyond better, slightly, than the Impossible, but I like the texture more too. It's a little bit firmer, a little bit chewier, and I think, I don't know, because I didn't eat brats before going vegan, so I don't know if the Impossible is more brat-like than the Beyond, but I overall like the Beyond better. Maybe it's because it's not quite as brat-like, I don't know. But let's rank them now. So it's really hard for me to choose a loser here because I thought they were all really good. But if I had to choose, I would say the Gardein, because I felt like it tasted kind of soapy. Texturally, it was good, but I did not like the flavor of the Gardein. It was very meaty, but the flavor wasn't good. And then I think the winner for me is the Beyond, but the Impossible is like right there next to it. It's like the runner-up. And you could get the tofurkey or any of the field roasts, and it would make people happy. I feel like it's a good middle of the road. I think they're all really good, depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for something more mild, I would go with the tofurkey beer brat. If you're looking for something a little bit more intense, I would go with the field roast Italian. And if you're looking for something in between the two, I would go with the field roast apple sage. But overall, I think the loser for me in the brats is the Gardein, and the winner is the Beyond. Now I'm super full, so I'm going to go rest and digest, and then I'll be back tomorrow with the burger taste test. Oh my God, wish me luck.